Goodness. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a busy couple of weeks. Whew. This is the 6,000 pound red oak that we brought home that we could put on the sawmill to make siding for the learning center. So we're just about to put this log on the sawmill and start that process. But I wanted to reflect with you guys a little bit about my whole vision that I had for the sawmill and how things have changed here on the homestead. So if you're a new subscriber to our channel, my wife and I live in a log cabin that we built ourselves here on 11 acres in the Midwest USA. About a decade ago, we decided that we wanted to leave the city. I sold my business, and my wife still worked a couple days a week in town as a teacher, and she also worked with seniors. So we've been living out here for 10 years. Basically, I've been working here and getting the homestead prepared so it could be almost 100% sustainable. I think we're in the 90 percentile. We grow 90% of our own food. We collect rainwater and live off of rainwater 100%. We have a pond that we have fish in it. We have chickens that make eggs that have new chickens. Guineas that have eggs that have guineas. Ducks that have eggs that have ducks. So we're really focused in on having our 11 acres provide sustenance for us, right? Our food, our water, our medicine. We have herbs and wild things that we forage, elderberry, stuff like that. And so that was kind of our goal as we got here, was to just be able to shut the gate and to be able to live our life uninterrupted, and also to be able to explore our thoughts and our dreams. I don't know if I can explain this to you, if you'll ever actually understand what I'm trying to explain to you. But you know, a lot of times you have these dreams, or you see things a certain way, and then you want to go about building them or putting them in motion. And then what happens is you get bogged down and clogged up by all the bureaucracy and red tape and ordinances and things that you have to do to conform to the system, right? And so what that basically does, without you even knowing it, is it stifles your imagination, your creativity, everything like that. Because inside of this person, this grown 52-year-old man that I had no idea at the age of 42, was this super highly expressive, creative, crafty person that I've just got to meet over this last 10 years. And that's because I was free, right? Free from bills and outside pressures and, you know, influences and permits and government and all these things. I could basically bought my property, and it was clear that I was able to do what I want to do on my property. And over the 10 years, we've done exactly that. And we've created a beautiful homestead. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please hit that subscribe button. And if you resonate with that, what I just said, please leave a comment down below and just let us know if you resonate with that. This has been the best 10 years. Now, I've had a great life. It's no, you know, Wally, Leave It to Beaver life that I've had or anything. You know, I have a single mom, and she struggled hard to provide for my sibling and myself, to make sure we went to summer camp and just things that we did to make sure we had experiences. And Mom, if you're watching, I love you for that, and I know it was a sacrifice. Okay, so you know, we don't come from any big deal, right? So we fight and we scratch and we work and we strive and we clawed, and we are here where we are because of that and no other reason, okay? But all that to say, I've really enjoyed working with wood. Every year, because we live off grid, we have to collect firewood for ourselves, and we go through about 4, 5, or 6 cords of firewood every single year. The turkeys are up front. So that's been no problem at first. You know, I would go out, I'd borrow a neighbor's tractor, and I would cut down the trees and kind of load them on. I'd borrow a trailer. I brought that stuff home. And for that swap to borrow the materials or equipment from neighbors, I would do handyman stuff at their house. So just keep this in mind. I would mend fences, I would fix their garage, their tin, just any kind of little thing I could do around there. If they needed help, I built raised beds, filled them, got them going for a neighbor, and in return I used their implements and stuff like that. And I've also used their implements on their farm to help them do things as well. So it's a win-win for community, and it helped us save money and also figure out what we wanted to do, like what equipment we wanted to get and where we were going to go with all this, right? You got to have a little breathing room. Don't rush out and buy a bunch of equipment because things can change on you. So I got the sawmill, I guess it was last year, right? We unboxed it right here on the channel, and we've cut up the siding for the first part of the learning center down at the log cabin there, and everything's just turning out great. And then when I got the sawmill, one of my goals, what I had in mind was that I would make log cabin kits, right? Our log cabin is super simple to put together. It can be transported on one fifth wheel trailer, okay? And it was really in my heart, like I really wanted to do that. So I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were kind of working through it, like how we would do it. We would build them together, and maybe he would be in charge of delivering them out to you guys if you guys were to buy one. And so I got the sawmill, and things were going to start progressing in that arena. You know, it was kind of exciting. And then things just kind of fell apart. You know, it just didn't work out. He wasn't going to be able to make deliveries. You know, it turns out that getting logs might be a little slower, might be more of a process. And then that's when I decided I would use the sawmill for our lumber here on the homestead, again, making us more sustainable. Cut some logs, some dimensional lumber, in case we have projects around here. I would do some slab work, and then eventually the word would get out, and some folks might bring me their logs and stuff to mill up for their own personal use, for crafts that they're going to use or whatever, or going to do. And so I was content with that, and I moved my focus over to the firewood. Good morning, Sadie. And so over the last 2 weeks, we've laid out this huge concrete pad, and if you guys stay tuned, we're going to walk you through this process of how I'm going to start this whole firewood business, and you guys are going to see it become profitable. You're going to watch us make money doing it, and I'm going to give you guys another idea that if you want to break free from the 9 to 5 and live your life on your homestead and make a living off your patch of land somewhere in America or anywhere in the world, that you'll be able to do it. A lot of people go to market gardening, maybe they sell chickens and eggs. You know, there's a lot of ways you guys can make money on the homestead, and one of our passions has been trying to bring you these ways so you guys can do this lifestyle and live this lifestyle and work for yourselves and have a family business. This is a great family business. Oh, good morning. So that was a huge concern and idea, and now we're moving forward with the firewood business, okay? Now I have to kind of backtrack a little bit. I just wanted to catch you guys up. So we have the big pad here. I was thinking about doing the log home kits. That doesn't work out for me, okay? So the grandkids are up here now. They've been up here for 2 weeks. We actually had the two grandbabies, the twin girls, made it, Olive and Juniper. One was 5 pounds, one was 4 pounds. They're really doing good. They're still in the hospital. They were in the NIC unit, and they came early. But everyone's fine. Mom's doing great. They're starting to eat on their own now, and it'll be just a little while longer. We'll have the grandkids up here, and everyone will be reunited back at home at their place, and they'll begin their 5-sibling family. Congratulations, my daughter. Oh man, it's just, and another reason I'm telling you all this is because the blessings. We are so blessed, okay? And that's where I'm going with this. We have been so blessed just by putting our videos on YouTube, sharing our journey with you guys, and where we're going with this video is we want to share our blessings with our subscribers, okay? And I'm not sure how to tell you guys what's going to go down, so I'm just going to be very straightforward with it, okay? So I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. Back to the log home. Now, this is the first time we've lived in a log home, my wife and I, and like I said, I built this cabin. It was in 90 days I built it, no experience, And we have enjoyed living in this 600 square feet so much. I mean, it really has just been a joy. One of the reasons why we like this log home is because it's made out of oak. Okay, I really did a lot of research when I was looking up log homes and the materials that they're made out of. You can make them out of pine, but oak is the best material, period. It's the strongest wood. Termites do not like to eat oak. So when we got our logs and we did all this stuff, we got into this log cabin. I paid for the logs out of the forest and for them to be milled and everything, and I had about $15,000 into it, and that's with the foundation. I have a crawl space foundation there. And man, I just thought that was a really good price for a house. That doesn't include the floor and the wood, everything, you know, the floor, subfloor. It doesn't include the roof up there, the rafters. It doesn't include the shingles or anything. It's basically, it was the log cabin, and that foundation there was my initial outlay. And then after that, you know, I would go to Home Depot and whatever and get my materials, and then, you know, finished out the build with everything else. But the end of the log cabin are the board and batten is all oak. So that was from the wood that we took out of the forest. This deck top is oak, and this cladding around the side is oak. These posts are cedar, and so I bought these posts. But all the oak on the deck, up there on the board and batten, all came from the logs that I had milled at the sawmill. Oh, and this way to put them together was super simple. And that's what I was going to base our design off of, you know, if we were going to do this log home thing, which we had to scrap. So I had this meeting in Columbia, Missouri, 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that. It was a couple weeks ago. And when I was coming home off the highway, there was like a couple of log cabins that I've seen many years. This place has been down there for many years. And I, you know, had seen it a couple times. I hadn't thought about it all the time we've been up here, obviously, because we have a log home and it was no big deal to me. And they have a weird exit. It's hard to get off on the exit. So I was driving by, I'd missed the exit. And I don't think there's an exit to get off right by them. You'd have to go all the way up like 5 miles, turn around, come all the way back. So I basically, don't do this, okay, if you're listening and you're a young driver or even if you're an old driver, but I cut across the grass over the over the shoulder of the road, and I hopped onto the service road there because I'm crazy like that. And I just had it in my mind, you know, I want to stop in there and just finally see what's going on. I don't even want to buy a log cabin home or anything. I'm telling you guys right now, something detoured me. I went in there. I'm going to look at a log home. And I have another story about this that's going to unfold here shortly. So that was part of the reason too, to be honest with you. But you're going to learn about that part later. I want to get you guys over this thing right now. This whole, you guys, the next probably 5 months around here, 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, hit that subscribe button. This is going to be the heck of a ride. This is going to be a great unfolding story. Everything about this is just, you know, we don't take 2 weeks off around here for nothing. All right, so hit that subscribe button and make sure you're subscribed to our channel. So I went inside there and I started talking with, you know, this company. And I was met the owner of the company. She's a really nice lady. Her name is Lynn. And you guys are going to be meeting these folks. And Chad is one of their representatives there. And they actually manufacture oak log homes, right? And I thought, wow, this is just fantastic. And I'm like, well, they have all these different models. I started looking at the different models. And the log homes that they put together come with everything, okay? Everything. All you have to do is the finish work. So it even comes with the windows, the doors, the subfloor, the roof, the shingles, the plywood for the roof, the rafters, the rafter system if you're not going to do a beam rafter with the rafters off the sides. You know, everything is included except for your finished floor, your plumbing, your wiring, your cabinets, your appliances. Everything is included. And you guys, I keep watching a lot of people want to live off grid. And, you know, the tiny house shed to house thing is kind of a scam, all right, if you guys want to know, because it's highly overpriced. Because what happens is a lot of y'all come off this thing, you want to live off grid, you don't have a lot of money, and they offer those shed houses on like a payment plan, okay? So you guys get those shed houses. You guys are paying like 3-4 times the value of the shed house, bare bones as it comes to you, and then you guys have to put in your insulation, your drywall, you have to frame it out, you have to do some reinforcements here and there over windows and doors, and just a few things to make it up to code probably in your area, which is another thing. Make sure you buy a place that has no codes and no regulations, okay? Because that's one thing you want to make sure of. You don't have a lot of rules and regulations. All right. So I go inside of there and I'm talking to those guys, and you know, I think back in the day, 10 years ago, when we were thinking about doing the log cabin kit, or you know, doing a log cabin, I think I even thought about that place, but the buildings out by the highway are pretty fancy. I mean, they're not super fancy, but I just thought maybe, you know, we probably couldn't afford it, and I don't even know if we called over there, but we just kind of wrote that off, and then I started doing my homework, went pioneer style, made the connections, got the wood, so it just worked out really good for us. So I went inside, and I just, out of curiosity, right, and for the other part of the story, which will be unfolding soon, what a nail biter, I started inquiring about the cabins, like what's your least expensive cabin and all this stuff. And then I met the owner, and we just started talking, and I started talking about our YouTube channel, and I started talking about how I was going to build the log cabins for you guys and ship them, and we just had this really great conversation, right? And it turns out, like, they manufacture all oak log homes, right? They're the largest oak log home manufacturer in the world, right? Like, look at these things are all falling together, right? And then I started looking at some of their packages, and they have log home packages that start like off in the 30s and 40s, you know, right? Like a log cabin, you guys could get delivered anywhere in the United States. And I'm not even going to tell you the name of the company right now, because I'm not selling you guys any log cabin kits. I'm just telling you this story. Anywhere you could get it delivered, even in Alaska, excluding delivery charges, for like $30,000, $40,000, you know, like you could get a 2-bedroom all oak log cabin with all the stuff you see, right, except for, like I said, your finished floors, your plumbing, your wires, and your electricity outlets and your appliances. Everything else is included for like around $40,000, $45,000. You could get super fancy. They have super fancy ones, but they have one for us simple folks too. It was just fantastic. So I spent a lot of time talking to those folks, and y'all, it just fell over me, like, it just was like so perfect, okay? So perfect. It really, I'm speechless about it. It really was. I get all choked up about it. All right, so I have decided, Stacy and I, we talked about this. We've been talking about this. Man, how can we give back to you guys? Okay, we put up free videos. We give you this information for free. We don't have any pay-for-play stuff. Like, you can join our Facebook group for free, and we have a great group of 30-something thousand people in our Homestead Homie group on Facebook, and we share information there, and it's all free, and it's so cool. It's building true community. And what I love about that so much is the information's being shared. You guys are getting fired up. We're getting the emails from people that are leaving city life, that are starting their homestead journey. Some people have been watching us for 3, 4, 5 years and are now making that move, okay? And our channel's been blessed. You guys are watching our videos, subscribing to our channel, you're sharing our videos on your social media, telling your friends about us. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers in just a few short years, almost 100 million views on our videos here on our channel. And y'all, we're making money putting these videos up for you, okay? And we don't even do it for the money. So what we've decided to do is to give away a log cabin kit. We're gonna give you guys, one of our subscribers, we can only do one right now, but I told you guys at the beginning of this year, if you guys go back to one of our first videos this year, I explained to you guys that if you guys did your part, if you showed up on every video, that's all you have to do. If you just watched our videos from beginning to end, if you shared our information with your friends and on your social media, that we would take care of the rest, okay? We're not doing this for the money. We're doing this to help move the needle for you guys. So we can only do one right now, but we're gonna actually buy a log cabin kit ourselves. It's not a sponsor thing or anything. Stacy and I are buying a log cabin kit, and we're gonna give it away here on our channel. for 1 million subscribers and 100 million views. That's going to be the first time we give away a log cabin. And we're trying to do that by December 30th. So by the end of the year, and besides 2020 has sucked so bad, that was another reason why we were rushing to do this, because we want to uplift you guys for 2020 so we can get ready for 2021. There's big things out there. Good morning, Mrs. Turkey. And we want you guys to get some. So I get a lot of messages from people all the time about the shed houses, about how to live off grid. And this is just a true way we can bless you guys, right? So there you go. Doug and Stacy on Off Grid with Doug and Stacy on YouTube and Facebook are giving away a log cabin. You have to do nothing except register. All you have to do, we have to get your email address and your telephone number, unfortunately, because sometimes these emails go into the spam box and then we can never contact the winner of our giveaways. We do a lot of giveaways on our channel. This is the biggest one by far. And we've had a lot of trouble getting hold of the winners of our program, so you know, our contest. So we don't want that to have any problems. So we're gonna set up a landing page pretty soon. I'll be working on it here in the next couple days, and we are going to request your email address and your telephone number. That's the only way we can get a hold of you, and we're going to pick randomly one subscriber at the end of the year right here on our channel. We're going to give a log cabin kit away, and we're going to get it to your property or to your door or where you want it delivered early next year. So it's going to be like, you know, January, February, you know, right around in there. And Stacy and I have also committed with Molly that we're going to pack up and actually drive out to where you are and be there when the log cabin kit gets delivered. So I know this was kind of a lot of talking. Our videos are usually a lot more action, but I had a lot to say about it, y'all. Stacy and myself, we truly cannot thank you all enough for hanging out with us on this journey. I mean, y'all are a blessing to us, way beyond we could ever say thank you for. And because we are who we are, we're going to show you guys what it means to us, all right? We're going to give it all back to you, and all you have to do is show up and watch our videos. So thanks for subscribing to our channel and watching our videos. If you're part of the 400, almost 500,000 people that are on the front half of this giveaway, we couldn't even do this without you. So thank you very much, all right? So stay tuned. In the next couple videos, I'll be rolling out the link on how you guys can register, but do not delay, okay? It's a kind of a lofty goal to pick up 500,000 subscribers and 500,000 views, okay, in a 90-day period. It totally can be done. I've seen it totally happen a lot of times, so it's not an unattainable goal, but it is a pretty good one. So good luck, guys. I really want to do this, so you guys have got to get the word out there in all of the social medias. Anywhere you can put this video, anywhere you can tell this story, we want to bless someone with a log cabin in 2020. All right? So thanks for listening to my story. Stay tuned. There's a lot more stuff coming on around here. We're going to get those apples off the tree here in a second. We're going to show you guys some cool stuff. The Homesteaders of America conference is coming up. Stacy and I will be presenting, even though it's an online class. We'll be there this year. I'll be talking about composting. Stacy will be talking about fermenting. If you haven't got your virtual tickets for the Homesteaders of America conference, get that ticket and attend that virtual conference. And also, Stacy and I hold a conference every year in Hannibal, Missouri, the Homesteading Life Conference, and you might want to get a ticket for that. We sell out every single year, and we're well on our way to sell out again. So a couple of resources there at the end of this video for you guys to get information via live and in person. Usually the Homesteaders of America is live and in person. It's a great way for you guys to learn hands-on, all right? So I'm all talked out. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm going to get on with my day. And y'all, we are just so excited about this. Leave a comment down below if you think this is great. And seriously, hit that subscribe button. And man, I am just so excited about this. All right. See you guys.